Hi, everybody. This week we are going to learn about and explore the idea of translations on a coordinate grid. So, a translation is different from a reflection. And looking at some of the work you guys submitted last week when we were doing reflections, some of you did a translation your first attempt because it's just naturally what we do. You might want to pause this video real quick because these are the important things I need you to know about translations. These are the rules. These are kind of how it's explained, and you probably want to have them written down. So if you need to pause, the rule for translations takes an X and a Y, the XY variable. Remember, the X always comes first, the Y comes second, and it manipulates each number. So it does something to the X and it does something to the Y. It's not going to necessarily change the signs, but sometimes it will. But it's more than just making a number negative or positive. Now, this is the way the official geometric rule is used, but sometimes in 8th grade, the rule is just given to you in words with the letters. For example, it might say the figure is being translated 3 units left and 2 units up. If I were to write this as a geometric rule, 3 units left would mean x minus 3 because when I move to the left on a number line, I'm subtracting. And 2 units up would be y plus 2 because when I move up on a coordinate grid, my numbers are getting bigger, so I'm adding. So the translation is if I move to the left, I subtract from the x value. If I move to the right, I add to the x value. If I move up, it means add to the y value. And if I'm being told to move down, it means subtract from the y value. So you can see things like this, or you might see things written like this. Now, I do want to tell you, sometimes it won't have addition. Sometimes it'll have subtraction. But you are in 8th grade. We know how to deal with addition and subtraction. So let's take a look at a couple examples. Here's my first example. It says, click and drag each point to where its image would be if it were translated using the rule x plus 4, y plus 2. Then write the ordered pairs on the translated image in the box below. Be sure to use parentheses and labels for each point. Again, you don't have to follow this in this order. For me, I'm going to go ahead and just do the ordered pairs first. So A, as you can see, it's already telling me what ordered pair A is sitting at. A is sitting at negative 6, 2. Well, the rule says I'm going to take the x value and I'm going to add 4. So that's like this, negative 6 plus 4. Then I'm going to take the y value and add 2. Well, the y value is a 2. I'm going to add 2. So that becomes the ordered pair of negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. So this is the new point I'm going to graph. Same thing's going to happen with B. B is starting at negative 5, negative 2. Well, the rule says plus 4, so negative 5 plus 4. And the rule then says y plus 2. Well, the y is starting off at a negative, still going to add 2. So that becomes B equals negative 5 plus 4 is negative 1. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. I don't like that extra space there. C is starting at negative 1, negative 1. The rule says x plus 4, so negative 1 plus 4. And then y plus 2, so negative 1 plus 2. Because both of these are negative 1. That gives me negative 1 plus 4 is 3. Negative 1 plus 2 is 1. So that should be my point. Finally, D is negative 2 plus 1. So I'm starting with negative 2, adding 4. 1, adding 2. So point D becomes negative 2 plus 4 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. Now, I can either plot these points or I can come over here and know that x is going to move plus 4, y is going to move plus 2. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And I can actually physically just follow the directions to move the points. D was at negative 2, 1, so it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. taking C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then taking B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now here's the important thing to remember about what we're doing. Same thing with reflection as well as right now with translations. When I reflect or translate an image, the shape does not change. All the sides are the same length, all the angles are the same length. It just slides. A translation is a slide. Doesn't flip, doesn't turn, it stays exactly the same size. It just moves to a new location on the graph. So here is what my answer would be. Then you would click submit and you would go to the next question after you take your screenshot. So you can submit it in Echo. All right, this one. This one says click and drag each point to where its image would be if it was translated 5 units to the left and 4 units down. So remember from the notes page, if I'm moving 5 to the left, I'm going to be moving in a negative direction. And if I'm going 4 units down, I'm moving down in a negative direction. So this one is actually going to be similar to this, x minus 5, y minus 4. So point A is starting at 2, 4, which is I'm going to have to do 2 minus 5. Y is starting at 4, so I'm going to be doing 4 minus 4. That means A is now going to be at negative 3, 0. B is starting at 6, 3, so it's going to be 6 minus 5, 3 minus 4. So B is going to now sit at 1, negative 1. It's going to be very important that you pay attention to your signs with positive and negative, and you remember those rules for subtracting and adding integers. If you don't, use your calculator to check your answers. C starts at 2, 1, so 2 minus 5, 1 minus 4. So C becomes 2 minus 5 is negative 3, 1 minus 4 is negative 3, and then D is 6, 0. So 6 minus 5 and 0 minus 4. So D becomes 1, negative 4. Now again, I can graph these or I can follow these directions. So if I'm gonna, I don't have to start with A. I'm gonna go ahead and just start with C. So minus 5 and minus 4, or 5 to the left and 4 down. So 5 to the left would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 to the left and 1, 2, 3, 4 down. D, 5 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 down. B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 down. And then A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I should still have a parallelogram. I do. It did not change sizes. It didn't get bigger, didn't get smaller. It just slid down to a new spot. These are the ordered pairs I would have typed into my box. You do not have to type all of this. This is just showing you what I was doing to get these numbers. These are the important things. I would hit submit, take a screenshot, drop both of those screenshots into my Echo, and submit the work. So again, I know, I'm sorry, this says reflection up here. It's not reflection. That's my bad. Please ignore that. But these are translations. Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions via Flipgrid, email, schedule a meeting with me if you need to. But I'm proud of how hard you're working. Take care.